Hey, this is Big Gene from Raw Deal The Last Big Night. Somehow, some way, this is going to another channel that I have, and I can't switch it over there until probably a later broadcast. So this is a live show, but it may have to be rebroadcast because it went on another channel. If not, because I'm not getting the same people that who usually here, and then it's Christmas too. So I'm glad that Markel Curtis came up. What's up, Jerome Bailey? What's good with you? We got two people. We're going to try to get a couple of people more online before I start this up. I'm doing this. Bailey, what's good with you? Stand up Jersey, Jerome Bailey. I'm trying to let the people know, it's crazy how, first I want to thank everybody for who's out here, who's coming live with me. I know you could be doing a lot of other things. I'm here to give you my Three Kings story. These stories is going to be about the. It wasn't the shepherds who went out by the manger and saw Jesus. It's about Jay-Z, 50 Cent, and Diddy. Own personal stories. Anytime you hear me come in here and talk, it's going to be personal stories, things that happened to me, things when I was around them. So we're going to let a little more people come in on here. And while we're doing this, what's up with you, the roll, Free Sugar? All right. Wish I had your help earlier so I could go on my other channel because I don't think this is the cooking show's channel. This is just the other channel I have. I was trying to get some technical help earlier and I couldn't find anybody. So it is what it is. I'm sitting here chilling. I got Miss Jinx next to me. What up, Jinx? What's good with you? You watching my back? I ain't got a problem. I got Jinx watching my back over here. You know what I'm saying? Like we're going to talk about. I'm going to make something right quick. I'm gonna make something real quick. It's called Empanadas. This you'll find them in a lot of bodegas here in New York City. When you come in, they cost $1. They real good. If you need something to fill your stomach up right now, what I did was I took some turkey meat and I mixed it with the Fleetwood taco sauce. That's my man Fleetwood out of St. Louis. You could go online and he got his seasoning. I used his crock pot seasoning for some soup last week. Man, that shit was crack. Crazy. That shit was good. Oh, well, I got picture plenty pussy in the house. All right. What's up with you? Markel Curtis in the house. They've been here. We're gonna have a lot of people come on board, and we're going to start the show in a minute. Hey, I'm doing the show. I gotta get offline right now. I'm gonna call you right back. Okay, bye. I thought I had it on Do Not Disturb, and it's still disturbing me. Shit is going on here. It's crazy. All right. Anyway, sorry about that, guys. We're gonna do some empanadas. What I did was I took some turkey meat and ground turkey meat, and I cut up some green peppers, onions, and like I said, I mixed it with the Fleetwood sauce, and then I came out with this right here. I got the ground turkey in there, and I'm gonna take the Goya's empanadas right there. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna make something. It's something like when you got company and that's coming over and y'all drinking, y'all playing cards, y'all chilling. It's just a little snack. It fills them up. It soaks up that alcohol if you're drinking and stuff like that. Or you can have them for the kids for when they come home from school. They want to do a snack before they go to breakfast or whatever. Do a snack before they had a dinner or whatever like that. They hungry when they come home from school. or something that you want to just snatch up, and eat. This is real quick. It's real easy to make. I'm gonna show you how to do that, and then I'm gonna talk about like I said, the three kings. These are personal stories. The first one I'm gonna start off with is 50 Cent. I met 50 Cent when we were with the Black Hands. Black Hands. I was the head of Black Hands Security for years. I worked for Chaz Williams directly. I did all his parties. Um, I was the doorman for all his parties. And when we went to different functions and everything, I was the front man, make sure, we was where we were supposed to be. We didn't have to wait in line. It was a pretty good situation, It was, Chaz was like, back in the 90s, he was one of the top promoters. Also, he had a record label, but he was one of the top promoters in giving parties. I mean, like, we gave up 2 parties in Vegas in one night. And I'm telling you, it was off the chain. They was after the Mike Tyson fight. One time we did a salt and pepper party, and that was crazy. And I got a crazy story about that too. But getting back to the 50 Cent thing, I met 50 at Black Hands. He used to be up there, recording and things like that, because Black Hands was responsible for all his management in the streets, as far as when he had parties and everything. This was back in the day when 50 had did How to Rob an Industry Cat. I think that was the song. He was going to perform out there in Vegas with us, or he was just going to chill. So me and him rode on the plane together. So we were headed to Vegas. We had stopped in St. Louis. When we stopped in St. Louis, I had all my brothers and them come to the airport because we had a layover for about I think it was about 2 hours. So we had a layover in St. Louis. So me and 50, we was talking. We talked about the Big and the Tupac situation. We talked about, the industry and everything like that. He knew that, I was one of the top dudes, one of the top bodyguards in the industry. We was talking about, him and his situation with Ja Rule and the whole 9 yards. And because I really, Chaz was the type of person, he really never talked his business to me like that, other than what we had to do in, for parties and shit like that. But other people, since they used to see me and Chaz together all the time, used to talk the business, so a lot of shit I knew is because other people were telling me about, but I really didn't know the situation thoroughly between Ja and 50. And then I heard 50 part of it on the plane when we was going out to LA. And in both situations, he was telling me that, Ja had tried to play him on a couple of situations when he had went up in the studio one time, and these cats were coming at him, and he was about to, go at them. And then Ja waited until it got, hectic, but 50 was about to do something. And he said, "Oh, no, that's my man," when he actually, in fact, told him to come up there. He wouldn't have came to the studio section unless he told him to come there. And another time, he said that they were, I don't know if it was a parade or they was in some kind of affair, and he was with one of the dudes who had took Ja chain before, and Ja tried to play him, and then he come up there and bigging up the dude who took his chain, and then try to play him like he didn't even know him or whatever like that. And I was like, that was their situation. That was they problem. But he had became a part of Black Hands, and a lot of rappers and everybody wanted to get at him with what he had wrote. But 50 wasn't the type of dude that, first of all, it wasn't too many rappers gonna come up to him and do no hand-to-hand shit with him. You understand? Because he was nice with his shit. Second of all, on that other thing, he ain't mind using that too. So it was a situation whereas that, Black Hands was just making sure that, he was protected, when he had to go get his money for the shows and while he was doing his shows. So at this given time, we were going to Vegas. So we on the plane, and I was telling him about, like I said before, the 50 Cent. I was telling 50 about the Biggie Tupac shit, and we was vibing and everything. Like I gave him my card. My card I used to have, it used to say savoir faire, and it's a funny situation. I noticed that 50 used that in one of his songs before. And what I got from it was that he remembered, what I told him what savoir faire means, you know. And if you could look it up, it's a person who has the ability and know how to get out any situation at any given time. He got the social skills to be at any. He could be anywhere, anything. He know what to say. He know what to do. He know how to get out of anything. You know what I'm saying? He got the savoir faire, and that was on my card. I still have that card today. It's a savoir faire from St. Louis to New York and everywhere. I got that from a cartoon back in the day. It used to be this little cat, and they used to be chasing this mouse and everything like that. And he used to be like, savoir faire is everywhere. And the motherfuckers used to, be chasing them all over. So, long story short, we on the plane and everything like that, and we get ready to get off the plane. So, at this given time, I was still a state officer and everything like that, and I had credentials to go all around the country. I used to take like 5 guns with me, anywhere from 3 to 5 guns every time I went. I break them down, put them in a case, and at that time they had a different system, whereas that all your stuff would go into the captain's box. So they had took my guns and everything, put it in the captain's box. And when I get ready to leave the plane, they bring it directly to me before I go out to the public and everything. So they had gave me my guns and everything, and then I went into the bathroom. And when I went into the bathroom, it was me, Tony Yayo, and 50. So, I said, yo, what's up, man? You good? He said, yeah, I'm good. I said, you know how to handle one of these things? He said, shit, you think I don't? And I gave him Nina. You know what I'm saying? He got that, and I gave him an extra clip for it and everything like that. And we was good. So we doing parties out there in Vegas. So, anybody who could have one, hey, you never have too many. So then, I had 2 on me. He had 1. Then I distributed 2 to the other fellows, and that was a part of our team, and we was good. So the night goes on and everything like that. And Ja Rule and them is coming to the party. So, Chaz told me to go down. We had a little distance from the club to the parking lot. He said, go down and make sure Ja and them get through the barricades when they get ready to come up. So then as I, getting ready to go down there, I holler at 50, saying 50, you holler, where you going, G? I'm going to go down and Ja and them trying to make sure they, get in the party and everything like that. Because I really didn't know they had a bad situation at this time, because it hadn't exploded like it did in Atlanta. So now we go down to the park. I go down the parking lot, and 50 is by the barricade. And he just posts over the barricade just like I am right now. And he looking, because John them is in the limousine. So I'm like, I'm looking at him. So Supreme comes out. So I say, yo, what up, Preem? And Preem had this look in his eye like, the shit was crazy. And he just focusing right on 50. He didn't take his eye off 50. So I was, I looked at Preem, then I looked at 50, and then I know the tension. And I was like, yo, damn, the fuck is going on here? I was like, yo, you coming up to the party? And he was like, nah, man, tell old man I'm good, man. We're going to go do this other thing right now. We're not going to come up that way. And so then I know 50 got this thing on him, but still Preem ain't took his motherfucking eye off 50. And 50 is hunched over like this with it on him. And I'm like, oh, shit, what the fuck have I done? You understand? And Preem must have felt that, 50 was good. Because he got back in that motherfucking limousine, man, and they drove the fuck off. And then I was like, I looked at 50. 50, I said, what's that? What's up, dog? He was like, no, man, I'm good. You know I'm good. I said, yeah, all right, man. So we went back up to the way, and I told Chad, I said, yo, that was bringing them down there. They say they're not coming into the party, man. You know what I'm saying? I said, what's up? I said, yo, he was mean mugging the shit out of 50. And, 50 wasn't having it. Because he got that thing on him. He said, you what? I said, yeah, he got that thing on him. He said, what thing? I said, nigga, I gave him one of them things when we got off the plane. He said, oh, man. Yo, that shit was crazy. So, the shit had, escalated to something that was like more than that, to whereas that you've heard the story about 50 even getting shot. And, I'm not pointing no fingers at nobody, but, 50 was supposed to come out to Cancun because I was going to bodyguard him in Cancun. Now, at that time, I had Cancun on lock, a club called Daddy-O's. I was working for a group called In the Streets, and the syndicate was running the whole Cancun, because during Memorial Day weekend, they'll get anywhere from 150 to 200,000 blacks out there from all over the country. And then the record labels got a host of it, and they start coming out there bringing their street teams and everything, and they were breaking songs in the club, breaking records in the club, and the whole 9 yards. So, the day 50 got shot, I'm running Daddy-O's, but I'm trying to call and see if he's coming out there. And I'm not getting any messages back, because like, you didn't call too much, because it was $10 a minute on everything I love. Back then, those phones and those phone cards, you probably get a minute for, $10. And I wasn't talking about Mexican dollars. So we going through this hotel, and that's BMF is out there. Everybody's out there at the club and everything. So I'm walking through the hotel, and it was the Fiesta Americana, Cancun. And 50 manager is in the pool. And he says to me, he said, yo, Big Gene, 50 got shot. And I'm like, yo, what? He said, yeah, 50 got shot, man. I said, he got shot? I said, so what the fuck is you doing in the pool if he's shot? He all right? He said, I don't know. He said, but I need to speak to Chaz now. Man, get the fuck up out of here, man. And I left out the hotel. I went and bought another phone call, and I started calling his number. And then I just kept calling. Then his girl finally picked up, and I said, yo, this Big Gene, I heard 50 got shot and everything. And she said, yeah. I said, yeah, he's in intensive care. Yeah, okay. I said, yeah, he good? I said, all right, he good. So then that later on that night, I'm chilling at the Daddy-O's. I'm fucked up right now, you know what I'm saying? Because I was supposed to hold this kid when he came to Cancun, because we'd have been good out there, because I had this Puerto Rican kid who used to work for the syndicate out there. He was Puerto Rican, but he was out in Mexico. He was working for the syndicate doing a cab. He used to bring whatever I needed. So I'm like, oh shit. So he used to have me, out there with that 4-5, and he used to give me a big bag or something for people who wanted it. So, I was actually the man at that door. Anybody who tell you with Daddy-O's, me and Big Shorty and them, come on, man. We could make anywhere from 4,000 to 11,000 a night on the door. That's how crazy it was from Wednesday to Monday. You understand? That's how crazy it was. I had to get people to take money home for me, because if you got anything over 10,000, they would take it from you. You know what I'm saying? Or you would have to claim it or whatever. So we at Daddy-O's that night, and then this was after the Vegas trip and everything like that. And Preem come up in there, and he with a couple of dudes in there. I said, yo, man, you hear that shit? I said, what? I said, yo, you hear that shit? He said, what? I said, yo, man, nigga 50 got shot, dog. He said, that nigga need to keep his motherfucking mouth closed. And I looked, and that's when I first know that there was a serious motherfucking beef. It was crazy against them. Because I didn't know anything that was going on between them two like that it was ever that serious or something like that. And then you hear all the fucking stories and all like that. But that was my story with 50. I got a couple other ones, you know, and I will share that at a later time. This next story